Hi everyone, my name's Sean and I'm a short course tutor for University of the Arts London, and I teach portfolio building, teach future creatives, and I also teach mixed media printmaking. And today I'm going to teach you how to make a simple funny face collage using yours truly, family pet dog, and an image I got off the internet of a funny face cat. And essentially what I'm going to ask you all to do is get a picture of yourself, or your brother or your sister, or your mum or your dad or family friend, and use that as your base copy. And essentially what I'm going to teach you to do is cut out certain features of your dog, like the ears, the eyes, or the nose. You can see this is quite a snowy dog. And maybe those zany eyes here of this cat. And I'm going to ask you to cut them out accurately and stick them onto your face. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. These are printouts, by the way, from your printer at home attached to your computer. And the most important thing to think about is, do the eyes fit the face? So I can look at these cat's eyes and I can think, well, they're roughly the same size as my eyes. They're a bit big. And then this cat is being cross-eyed. But I think they might fit quite nicely onto my face. And the same with the dog's ears. Similar colour hair to mine, except much furrier. And I'm going to stick them onto my head in a funny position to make it look funny. And the same goes for his nose and his kind of snowy mouth. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. So you simply need a computer printout from your home printer, a glue stick, a scalpel. Now, scalpels are incredibly sharp, you can see. So you've got to be very, very careful in how you use it. And what I would like you to do is maybe practice cutting with it first. Or if you don't feel happy, use an adult friend of yours, like your mum or your dad, to do all the cutting for you. And we're also using a cutting mat, so don't go and cut on your lovely kitchen table or your dining room table. Use just a proper cutting mat. A piece of card might do as well if you haven't got a cutting mat. But alternatively, if you don't feel happy using a scalpel, which is, like I said, very, very sharp, use some scissors. Okay, but today I'm going to be showing you how to cut using a scalpel. So the first thing I do is I get the picture of myself, and I'm just going to lay it down because this is where I'm going to be sticking the parts to the dog or the cat onto my face. So that's what I'm going to do now. When holding a scalpel, always put your forefinger down to the top bit here. The blade is the sharp bit at the bottom, and whatever you do, don't put this finger near the blade. And I am going to cut the ears off my family pet, and I'm going to position them onto my head. So I'm going to do that now. So when you're cutting, try and be as accurate as possible, because if you're accurate, then it would look very convincing, your little collage that you're going to be making. And this is such a fun way of playing around with images, making them look funny. You can make them look really strange, very, very surreal. And the artist that uses this technique, a lot of people do, is a lady called Hannah Hock. And she is a German artist, and she started using collage in her work in the 1920s, 1930s. So always remember to try and keep the proportions of the images you're using similar. But then again, you don't have to stick to those rules. You can actually be, you can have really, really big eyes, really zany eyes, and play around with positioning them on top of your face. Could be a self-portrait, or it could be somebody else's face. And once you've done it and you're happy with what you've done, I'm sure they'd be very surprised if you showed them what you've done to their face. Just always take your time, don't rush it, because that's how accidents can happen, especially with such a sharp blade. And I am starting to make something very, very funny, because I'm looking at myself, I'm going, I don't have ears there, especially on the top of my head. So what I've done now is cut the ears off the dog, and I've placed them down onto my face, which I can't show you yet because they'll fall off. And I'm now going to think about cutting this part here, which is the snowy dog's nose and his hairy chin. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to add it to my face. So if it just takes a little bit of time, remember to take your time on this, because otherwise you won't really have the skills to cut very detailed. If you just do it all very, very quickly, you don't really get the accuracy you want. And that's the thing about using a scalpel, it's like using a pencil really. That's how you should start to think about using it. And hopefully I've now cut the part I want. And I've just placed it, and I'm actually having a laugh to myself because I can't believe what I've done to my own face. So that's the ears and the nose done, and you will see when I glue it. Please don't laugh too much. And I'm now thinking about using this cat, which, like I said, I found from the internet. So these cat's eyes, I think, will be quite interesting when I lay them on my face. So I'm going to quickly just cut those out. Again, just like I've cut the ears out and the mouth of the dog. So I have an eye, which looks weird anyway, and I'm now going to place it on top of my eye. So I'm just doing the other eye now. There I have the other eye, and I'm now going to place it on top of my eye. And I think I'm ready to glue it now. And the same thing again. I'm using another piece of paper here only because I don't want to get glue all over the cutting mat. So I'll be doing the eye now. Pat it down a little bit. If there's any little bits of stray glue, just wipe them away with your finger. So I've done the nose and the mouth, the two eyes, and now I'm going to be doing the ears. And then position the ear on top, wherever you want it to be on the head. I've just placed it on the top of my hair. But you can place it to the side, you can place it anywhere you want to make it as surreal as possible. And then look for another bit of the paper where there's not much glue, and just again working outwards. Make sure you go to the edges. And remember, glue sticks are very safe, they're water-based, not toxic at all. And I am now going to just stick this ear down here, and then I will show you the big reveal. And this is what I've just made. I've turned myself into a dog cat person. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you have a lot of fun at home.